This is Andrew Stevens, and this is the third installment of filling out your operations report. We are now on section 7, improvements. The next sections, we're looking for brevity, so bullet points are key to these. We're just looking for very quick, boom, 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 boom. These are the ideas we're trying to pass up to administration. So our first section with that is improvements. List out the following park improvements for 2011. These improvements can be facility improvements. They can be like a conference station. They can be staff improvements, training improvements, system improvements, things that you feel have gotten better since 2010. Section 8, same thing with accomplishments, bullet point list of our accomplishments or your accomplishments, how things you think you have improved on, things that the community around you have congratulated you on, things like that. Section 9 are shortfalls. These are perceived shortfalls at the park, in your division, and within the department. We're not trying to be overly hard on anybody. We need to admonish with kindness here. So briefly list out any shortfalls you feel we have, communication technology, whatever it should be. National trends affecting the park. This is section 10. In your research and your listening to your customers and your intuition into the direction of Parks and Recreation nationally, where do you see, how do you see your park being affected in the future by these national trends? So this could be things anywhere from baby boomers hitting retirement age to millennials entering the workforce, and even the generation behind the millennials beginning to get older, and as we start to see this new generation coming forward. If you have specific references you can make, go ahead and provide those references, so that if it's a groundbreaking idea, we can pull the source documentation for that. Section 11 is upcoming goals. We're going to have you leave this blank until we publish the administrative goals for the department and for the city. That should be in February, that you should have that. But we eventually want you to come back to this document and look at the citywide and the department-wide goals, and write your goals to kind of fulfill the goals of the city and the department. So we will come back to that section. And then section 12, what we need for our job. I've already filled in kind of a example here. What we're looking for, we're looking for things that you feel would make your facility more successful in its day-to-day operation. So again, the staff have put your park name in, believe that we could improve service or cost effectiveness by purchasing or implementing the following. Items are described using one or multiple of the following return improvement codes, and that's these codes here. They'll end up down in this blank. So we're looking at increasing users, increasing revenue, reducing costs, removing a roadblock, or other improvements. And you see their designated acronyms there. So the example that I put in was provide an iPad to park managers for report entry. I don't know how likely it is to happen, but I thought it'd be a fun one to look at. So our next section, we see probability, high, medium, and low. Well, what we're looking for is the actual probability that we will see this item turn into a very successful or a highly successful endeavor, if it will be a moderately successful endeavor or medium successful, or it won't be very successful or low successful endeavor. And we're going to try to place a probability in the form of a percentage with each one of those. So you see here, I said that we have a 20% chance that it will be a highly successful program, a 60% chance that it will be moderately successful, and then a 20% chance that it'll be low successful or fail. So we're going to follow that up with looking at savings or revenue, and you just change the title, highlight and change the title. I think it defaults to revenue, but if you're looking at a cost savings, type in the word savings. So this is definitely a cost savings. It really wouldn't bring in any new revenue. So we read this way. If we were very successful at providing an iPad to park managers for report entry, and the program was well received and it was successful, we would see a cost savings of $10,000, and we would see an additional 1,000 users to the park. My thought behind the users to the park was some teens might think it's neat that the park manager is carrying around an iPad. It might be a branding improvement. It might not make us look new and hip. So that's kind of how you fill that out. So you'll put your estimated savings or your estimated revenue in at each level. High, a medium, I thought we would receive $6,000 if we were moderately successful, and 250 users. And then if we were low successful or fail, I think we would probably lose $5,000, the cost of the hardware. And we might also lose 250 customers a year who were upset that we spent tax money on iPads. So that's how you fill that section out. We're going to come over to estimated cost. This is what the total cost to start the program would be. I put that it would cost $5,000. That would be like 10 iPads. And you'll notice that these two, the savings and the cost, the savings negative on low and the cost correlate. This number should never be lower really than this number, unless you think it would affect PR. Then I guess you could have a lower number in savings if you thought we would take a hit in public relations. But the savings number can be lower than estimated cost. Improvement codes. Type in the improvement codes you feel fit this description. And estimate the lifespan. So with this, I figured that the iPads would probably give us 2 years of service. So I put in here 2 years. If it was, a new building, you might get 30 years out of a new building. If it was something simple, if it was something that would be normally like O2 money, new stationery, it could be 1 year or less. After you're done adding in all of your ideas, I'd like you to rank them from 1 being the highest priority to how many ever your lowest one is. It could be 6, 8, how many ever ideas you come up with. But remember, there only can be 1 of each number, so I don't want to see 3 ones. I need a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. We're going to come to our last section, which is the executive summary again. I will move this up to the front after you submit it, but this should be filled out last. And the first time you go through this, I'm going to have you exclude the goals section because obviously you won't have the goals until a little later. So leave some room so that you can write some information in on your goals. But this needs to be a good overview of the document above. When you're done, put your park manager name here, and then the park manager title, whether a senior manager, park manager, senior park manager. Submit it to your supervisor, send Andy Stevens a copy, and I'll go ahead and format it down. should complete your submission of the written documentation. I will do one more video on the analysis paper, which is in Excel that accompanies this operations report. Thank you.